So the next theory we're going to talk about is the Cummins theory of language acquisition. So James Cummins was the theorist who thought of this theory, and he looked at language learning in two aspects. So he looked at the basic interpersonal communication skills, which is the social interactions, how a person can communicate and collaborate just in the everyday social part of communicating using language. And then the other part of Cummins' theory is the cognitive academic language proficiency part. And this is how well a student performs in the content areas, and how well they can use their common language knowledge to help them in the academic sense, and how well they can understand content and academic language in the school setting. So something else that Cummins says is that if students are or people are proficient and have a really strong native language ability, then that will lead into them having stronger abilities to acquire a second or even a third or more languages. So this can be helpful for classroom teachers, because if they can see how strong a student is in their first language, then that can help them see kind of how they might progress in learning their second language. And another reason why this is important, this theory, for teachers, is because just because a student has really strong basic interpersonal communication skills, also known as BICS, that doesn't mean that they necessarily are proficient in the language, because they have to also be proficient in the CALPS, which is the cognitive academic language. So even though a student might appear that they can have a conversation and they interact in social situations, if they're missing that one piece, then that's still something that needs to be supported. So if they're missing the CALPS, the cognitive academic language proficiency piece of it, and when it comes to content in the classroom, if they're struggling there, then that also needs to tell the teacher to provide them some more support and give them a little bit more guidance in certain areas.